I think I underestimated how different it was from other games I have played. Um, and which is mostly like really traditional D&D stuff. Uh, and I was talking about this before. Last week I didn't get like a lot of XP, and that was
Yeah.
because I like. And then I like on reflection, it was because I was never like, oh, but there's totally this, and I'm involved in this way, and there's totally this, and I'm also involved in this way. Like you have to put yourself into whatever situation is there, and then somehow relate it to
Yeah. And be proactive about it.
yeah,
Yeah,
you have
it's
to be
yeah.
like really proactive about like everything, right? Like anytime there's something going on, you should be like pushing to somehow insert yourself into that situation, so you can get advancement, so you can
Mhm.
help other people, so you can
Yeah. And
like
that's
the
where
whole game just revolves on, or to me feels like revolves around whatever the players are saying, and then the GM is like, yeah, totally, but it's on fire.
That's the best example
That's
and description
exactly
of
it.
blades
That's
I've ever. That's you nailed
100%
it.
it.
That's it. It's exactly how you say it is. Only it's on fire. It's exactly every game of blades. Oh, that's really good, man.
So it's been great, and
Yeah.
I think it needs maybe a little bit to get everyone to really get into it.
Yeah, it takes a lot. It's kind of like Torchbearer in that regards. It takes a little bit of learning the rules and seeing how you can help people and understanding how teamwork works. It's a lot of fun.
And but yeah,
Cat butt.
overall it's been a very positive experience
Okay.
for me. And the other thing, and I talked about this last week after the show, is that like there's a lot of setting that's like kind of hard baked in. I was like, oh, like everything's gonna be like kind of samey, but it's like totally not.
Yeah, like it's really surprising just how much, um, just exactly how much it is that is uh, varies from game to game to game.
Yeah.
That is amazing.
Okay.
Uh, so
I think we're gonna jump back in now. Now that everyone's
I'm
back, and welcome
ready.
back, Kelsa. By the way.
Thank you. I'm
Yeah.
sorry. There
No problem.
was
Yeah. Animal
catnip.
things. Yeah. Totally fine. Okay. So let's jump back. So we were talking a little bit about how we wanted to. Uh, we're going to go with the Wave Knight. Because we know that the captain, we can kind of leverage the captain and crew disparity to our advantage, is kind of the idea that we had. So we're going to cut over to the ship. It's the day that everybody's leaving, and yeah, so there are. You guys arrive at the docks, right? You arrive at the docks and you're getting on the ship. Let me just give you a quick description of the Wave Knight. The Wave Knight kind of looks like a World War II like battle cruiser. You know, like an old like your traditional battleship. Like they're very like steel, sleek, um, very dark metal, almost like the color of the ocean. Um, it gives the impression, in fact, adorned on the guys. I suck at describing things on ships. What is the thing that sits on the front of the ship that's artistic? The masthead.
Figure,
Figurehead?
figurehead.
Masthead? Fuck, I don't know.
Figurehead.
Figurehead. Okay, yeah. The figurehead is literally like your classic medieval like Black Knight. Or if you guys have ever seen the fan art to the Baratheon versus Targaryen fight in the river, the kind of like draconic black armor knight with like a sword and shield is like standing at the figurehead of the ship, and it's called the Wave Knight. And yeah, rigged across the ship, there's like it looks like a battle cruiser because it's rigged with cannons. It's rigged with harpoons. It's like decked to the gills for fighting. The ship has, believe it or not, it looks fresh. It doesn't actually have any scars to it, but it looks like it's completely decked to the gills for fighting. And it's kind of weird that it's being used right now as a transport ship.
Hmm.
But that's where we're at. So we have a bunch of like the crew people on the ship. They're all They're they're your standard kind of crew members in sort of the Duskvol setting, in your standard Blades in the Dark. So it's a hodgepodge of a lot of different people. You see some Skovlanders. For me, I always thought of Skovlanders kind of looking like those who went through the Witcher, through the sort of like Witcher trial. So they all have like kind of like gray hair, like early on, very like strong Nordic features. You have a couple Dagger Isles gentlemen and gentlewomen. No sign of the captain, but people are certainly kind of around the docks, kind of like loading up their bags. You see like people are bringing like swords and weapons of various kinds. It's like it's almost like people are going to war. That's the type of ship this is.
Right. Do I know immediately if we're supposed to go like pleasure Leviathan hunting? Is that a thing? Because it was supposed to be like a vacation thing.
No, there's no such thing as pleasure Leviathan hunting. Very few people come back alive seeing Leviathans. Leviathans are the scariest things in the world. Literally in the world, they're the most dangerous. Well, not the most dangerous thing. Probably the gods are the most dangerous things. I don't know. There's a lot of really fucking dangerous shit. It's really hard. I don't know. Ask John what the most dangerous thing is. But
right,
yeah,
like,
seeing and surviving, like seeing an actual Leviathan and surviving, is a big deal, right? So Leviathan hunters are kind of almost like they're kind of like Pacific Rim pilots. Like they're kind of heroic. Like people know them. Right? Like, these are the people who go out. Well, and no, people know them are the ones that come back. More than once. Let's put it that way. A lot of people talk a lot of game and go out and never come back. Right?
Alright. Well, but like...
The ones that stay, there's a few, and this is one of the few that are way up there. Yeah.
Alright. Go for it. I wanted to ask a really dumb question afterward, but never mind. It's really
There's
dumb.
no dumb questions.
It's really dumb.
So yeah, so like you guys are like basically going to be traveling to the Imperial City on a warship, essentially.
How long is a voyage about?
This is the normal voyage is approximately 4 days.
Okay.
You hear as you're kind of like walking up the planks and stuff like that, they're going to make it in 2 days. Apparently the ship is fast. It's fast, sleek, and not imperial, but predatory, I think would be the better 3 words I would describe this ship.
Alright. Well, there goes one of my plans already.
So how is Lysander dressed?
So,
You haven't seen Lysander yet on the ship.
Okay.
He did book rooms and kind of whatever. I mean, as best as they could be described as rooms. They're very very small, cramped spaces with sort of like a swinging hammock. It's very Spartan in terms of comforts. Excuse me. If you you will run across Lysander in sort of like the meal hall, if you want to just jump to there.
No, I want to wait before that because Kelsa, you wanted to.
Yeah.
Oh, I was just gonna ask. Like, my background is pirate. I've been out on the seas before.
Mm-hmm.
Like, how realistic is this? Like, we can make this in 2 days instead of 4. Like,
oh yeah.
How much does my sea sense go?
Oh yeah. This doesn't require a roll. You know this. In fact, you're probably the most impressed with this ship. This ship, if there's a ship that could make it in 2 days, it's this ship.
Okay, gotcha.
This ship has some sort of like steam powered, or even you're not exactly sure what powers this ship, but it sort of has like the the turbines and stuff of a very speedy ship. Like, like this ship is very okay. So Leviathan ships, just like Pacific Rim mechs, they're very customized. They're very much like aspects of their captain. This ship has some very like one of a kind engine speed type. Like this is the Ferrari. This is like the Formula One racer of Leviathans.
Mm-hmm.
You immediately understand what this ship does. This ship is a glass cannon ship. This ship just does not get hit. It just keeps moving and just fires everything it has. Right? It has very little in terms of defenses, but it does not. Its best defense is to not get hit. Right?
Gotcha.
This is sort of like the Bravosi sword, like first sword. You know what I mean? Like this is the guy who just doesn't wear armor, doesn't have anything, just a sword, and just go at anybody. Like it doesn't matter. It's a freaking hit and run, like a hawk kind of stuff. This ship is extremely fast. You kind of like see where like its rudders are, and maybe like looking over into the Black Sea and stuff. Yeah, it just, it's a pretty ship. Yeah, so that's what you learn.
I'm alright fast forwarding to meeting up with Teddy.
I was almost wondering if,
like,
we fast forward to the boarding, right? And I'm wondering, could we have come early before Theodore got there? And because I want to at least size him up before we get on the ship and make sure we're not walking into a trap.
Oh.
We're most assuredly walking into a trap.
Well, how much of a trap? You know what I mean.
This is a fine. Free flashback to survey. I'm sorry. I should not tell you what action you should roll. It's a really bad habit of me. But do a quick flashback. No stress needed. This is fine. Tell me how you're surveying and making sure there's no traps. You got it. You said, well, maybe you said it. You're arriving here before, and you're making sure.
Yeah, basically, I wanted to make sure that we got here early before Lysander boarded the ship, so I could talk to him and basically kind of feel him out socially.
Oh, okay, cool. So you're gonna maybe flashback to Consort or something.
Yeah.
Or I don't, whatever, some kind of social thing that you're using.
Yeah. I'm okay with Consort.
Yeah. Okay. Yeah, that sounds good.
And also, I should probably point out, I have picked up like looking into a mirror, so I can always tell when someone's lying to me.
Yep. Way to use your skills to your advantage. That's a really good skill to have here. Yep. Risky standard.
Okay.
Yeah, study or prowl would also make sense depending on how you're describing. But it sounds like Consort and social. You probably like.
Anyone want to take some stress to help me?
Consorting? It's not really my.
Well, you don't have to roll consort. You just have to explain how you're helping me and take some stress, and then I'll get a die.
Well, like it's the other thing. Like as a group action, I can't really help you consort, but. I guess I could be like prowling or surveying, like scoping out things about the ship and the crew and
so like while I'm talking with Lysander,
I got your back, so you don't have to worry about it, right?
Okay.
Oh, yeah. Okay. Cool. So while you're meeting with him, you're doing sort of like the legwork around the ship to make sure there's no like immediate things, ambushes, that kind of stuff. Cool. Yeah. That's worthy of a die.
Okay.
Take your stress for helping her, and go ahead and roll. Once again, risky standard. Oh, awesome. Is that a crit though?
No.
No. Oh, okay.
But it is a very good success.
Yeah. Cool. All right.
Success.
So what it looks like would be, I guess Lysander shows up with his number 2, right? You may have heard of, you maybe have seen him. Maybe he was like waiting outside the Painted Lady one time, or or whatever. But his number 2 sort of looks like. Here's the funny thing: he almost looks like Valeris, who is what's her name? Jules' friend. Like he's bold. He wears fancy clothes, but he's also like big and muscular. He's businessman, right? And so Lysander shows up and is happy to see you. You also know he's lying when he says he's happy to see you. This is I see you came here to check out the Wave Knight as well. It's an impressive ship, is it not?
Impressive, though. A questionable choice for wooing a woman? I just kind of do a tight-lipped smile at him.
So his number 2 stands off to the side or whatever, and he kind of like goes to the background, like he's just kind of there on watch while
it's like mirroring what I'm doing
yeah.
also at the same time.
Yeah, kind of. And we see Lysander, we see Teddy kind of like go leaning his hands over on the ship like he's really comfortable, and says like the Wave Knight is the fastest ship that I know of. It has the most confirmed kills of Leviathans that I know of. What else would my lady be impressed by than riding here on the most noble, efficient, and economically resourceful ship there that is in the I don't know, the Akrosi Sea. I don't know what you call it, that kind of stuff, right? Something like that, right? He's like he's basically speaking up the ship. While it's not a good ride, the ship is a symbol of all this power and all of this amazing might. Certainly the lady would be impressed by that. And that's worth a little bit of discomfort, don't you think?
I suppose I cannot fault that logic, though. If it were me, something a little bit flashier, a little bit softer might have been preferred, but of course, you do need to play up all your assets, so I understand.
Yeah. I mean, well, it's not too late. We could go requisition one of those pedal swan boats and just pedal our
I just laugh at that.
Casually down.
No, I think this will do. It will be we can make this very impressive for her.
Sure. And I've been assured by Argon. He doesn't even call him Captain Bulwark. He calls him by his nickname. I'm assured by Argon that this will be the speediest trip that they've ever made to the Imperial City. I have over 300 confirmed Leviathan kills. God damn it! Why do I look at chat? It's always funny. You said what? Oh, God. All right, and I'm sorry.
My only concern is that I sent word that we would be arriving in 4 days from now, and now I hear it's 2, so
Yeah.
she will not be prepared for us.
Oh, don't worry. I'll have time to visit the city and have a little vacation. That's why I'm bringing some friends here. We have some days for a vacation.
Oh, I
It's
understand.
so great to get out of stuffy Duskvol sometimes. If I'm going to be a noble, I should certainly see the rest of what of. If I'm going to be a noble of Akros, I should see more of Akros.
Oh, too true. Too true.
Who knows? Maybe I will grow accustomed to the Imperial City.
It is a lovely place. It was a shame to leave it.
Yeah, tell me, what do you think of Duskvol to the Imperial City?
Pales
Podunk
in
Town
comparison.
pales. Yeah, I know. This is quite the rat's nest. Is he like kind of looking at the docks and seeing the smokestacks and
Yeah.
we're kind of just getting a nice view of the city at evening time. How bleak and dark and horrible. Yeah.
I think you will find that the South rather suits you. It suits most, I feel.
Yes. What is it? Why do people live in Duskvol, I wonder?
I honestly couldn't say. And I just smile.
Well, what about yourself? Why do you stay?
Well, there is coin to be made here. Opportunity amid the chaos. A wise man once said chaos is a ladder.
Yes, I mean the acquisition of the Lost District back into Duskvol proper does seem like a very what's the word? It's a gold rush type situation. I could see that a few opportunistic people would want to get in on the ground floor of that, but so many big players, I'm afraid there's not enough room for someone like me.
Perhaps in time, once you are... I have to... More... that. Once you are Lord of Land, perhaps then...
I think once I'm Lord of Land, I would have bigger sites. Or Imperial sites.
Of course.
I'm sure there's a lot of friends to be made in the Imperial City.
Oh, friends from all over. Important friends.
So, while we're having this nice little banter or whatever, he like cut, you know, like we're pretending that we're not enemies.
Yeah.
He's going to ask, why are you doing this?
I want my girls back. And you said you'd pay me if I made you a noble.
I didn't take your girls. The girls left on their own choice.
I understand, and I want them back. And once you are in Lan, it would be unseemly for someone of your stature to be employing prostitutes.
Of course. That's true. That would seem kind of,
Illegal.
low. That would be very low of me to have such nefarious businesses in such a rat trap of a city. Yeah, I would imagine I would close up shop and have to liquidate quite a few of my assets should this go well. So tell me, I was doing some research on what's her name, Margarita? Marguerite, yeah. On Marguerite of Lern. She seems like she's quite the recluse. I don't see her talked about much.
Well, she did always like to keep to herself. We were close friends as children, and we keep in touch even now. But she is not the socialite or the, the charmer that you are. I imagine that is why it will be easy for you to sweep in and sweep her off her feet.
Hmm.
A man dashing as yourself from the north.
But it makes me wonder why no one has laid claim before me. As he, continues to stare off the water.
Well, I honestly don't know. She hasn't spoken much of quarters of men.
Well, I have such... then I have just the thing, then. If she's going to... If this will be her introduction to myself, then we should have a party. A gigantic party. I should probably invite some more friends to come along with me.
Will they fit on your ship? You are already taking
room.
quite a few.
Yes, but I'll make room. It'll be a fast journey.
And where do you plan on housing this party?
In the crew quarters. I once again, me and Argon go way back.
Well, why don't you show it to me? Let me see if it's suitable. I'm just kind of like, my eyes are kind of narrowed. Like, I don't think you understand how nobles work.
Yeah. So he's going to take you over to like near the bottom of the ship, kind of like where the crew would stay, not like even passengers or anything like that. This is so it's like even worse kind of conditions. It's not like a bilge or anything like that, but it's very much like out of sight. Even more Spartan. It's just like a bunch of like rags and stuff people sleep on. Yeah, it's not much, but for 2 days, and the promise of glory for many days to come. Be well.
And you said you were going to have the party here?
No, I'll have the party certainly with Marguerite.
Oh, so you plan on utilizing her ballroom?
Exactly.
Well,
Certainly
she's
she
not
has
much of a socialite.
I know, and that's
I'll
why
see
this
I'll
would be
see if
a...
I can. I'll have to see if I can talk her into it.
Oh, nonsense. Let me have the honor as her to be wed.
You must tread carefully, Lysander. You don't want to scare her off.
Oh, she seems much interested in myself. I don't feel like I have this one in the bag.
Oh, well,
He's very
I'm glad to
confident and an
hear that.
asshole, right? So yeah.
I'm very glad to hear that.
Excellent.
I think that's enough for that scene.
Yeah.
Like,
Yeah, I was gonna say. Well, I think I have some more affairs to get to before we can set sail. But thank you very much for doing this.
of course, Lysander.
Yes. And he straightens himself up, and I know what he says before he leaves. The last thing. This is the last thing he says. I really hope after this is done, we can really be friends.
Oh, I do too. That's all I ever wanted.
Yeah.
I don't know what happened.
Okay.
So this thing took like a while, and we were there before, so we see him arrive with this luggage, hopefully.
No, he comes back a little bit later with his luggage and everything like that.
Alright. Well,
But yeah. So,
well,
anyways, yeah, he
I
shows up with his
wanna
luggage
like
and everything
study
like that.
that.
and his friends.
Like I want to see what I can get of what they're actually bringing. How armed are they gonna be? Like stuff like that, right? Like which ones are goons and which ones are his friends.
Okay. And you're gonna eye them. You're gonna eye them down as they come on the ship. That kind of stuff.
Pretty much. Like we got there early. We're already there. I'm like casually like hanging over the rail. I just
Sure.
like eyeballing everyone that comes on.
Yeah, totally. Okay.
And I'm kind of doing like the opposite. I'm scouting like the ship itself, like between myself and Mr. Bubbles, going on, like familiarizing myself with all of the routes through the ship, where we're going to be staying, where Lysander is going to be staying, the various mechanics of the ship and so forth, and just getting a feel for the boat and see if there's any secrets that maybe we're not supposed to know about.
Sure. You will have restricted access on this ship unless you're escorted by someone of the captain or somebody designated by him. For not everywhere, obviously, but if you wanted to see like the engine room or like the armory or the CIC, like that kind of stuff would be off limits.
I wouldn't necessarily need to go and see them, but I'd like to know where they are in case I need to...
Oh, that doesn't require an escort. Yeah, that's totally
Right,
fine.
yeah, like basically like get a lay of the ship. I don't necessarily want to go into those places so much as know where they are.
Yeah, so you're just taking a stroll. Yeah,
Make a mental note to go by there later.
totally.
If there's anything that is not one of those obvious places that I should go, that I'm told don't go in there, and then I'm gonna definitely, that's gonna be a red flag right there. So.
Well, you know the places where you can't go. Like they say like restricted personnel, that kind of stuff, right?
Right, and I'm looking for any like restricted personnel door that I can't go. This is obviously the engine room. This is obviously the captain's quarters.
Oh, so you're looking for something special. Yeah. Okay.
If I find something special, but basically I want to have like a mental map of the ship. And
Yeah.
so if I'm like, okay, I'm going to go break into engineering, you don't tell me I don't know where engineering is.
Okay. Well, I don't feel like you have to roll for that yet. I feel like just
Okay.
hold on to it. That's great that you mentioned it. It totally happens. It just in case of whenever events unfold, if you need to jump back at that, then we'll just make you roll at that point.
Sure.
All right. Cool. Great. That's awesome. Let's go ahead. All right. And so, Seer, you're still kind of eyeing people down, though.
Yeah.
So this
I'm
does have
studying-
some risk attached to it. So this will require a roll. There are some things that are going to happen here.
I'm studying to see how dangerous they are. I
Sure.
think is my real intent.
Risky standard. Possible consequences include they understanding how dangerous you are.
Yeah.
Then defenses being, if this goes bad, they not only do they know how dangerous you are, they know to be on the lookout for you guys and that kind of stuff, right? Like they might get an inkling that something's up.
yeah.
I'll start, like essentially mechanically, I would start a clock.
Yep.
That kind of stuff. Those are some possible things I can think of off the top of my head. Maybe there's some other stuff, but I don't know. That's just what we're kind of looking at right now. So risky standard.
Uh, would anyone like to help me? Or just watch with me, because we're like way on time. We maybe don't have anything else to do. You can help me study people.
Are you looking for like leading a group action?
Yeah, I could do that too.
I could help you study people.
All right.
Cool. So you guys are just top deck, kind of like getting a lay of the land and watching the people come on the ship and stuff.
Yep.
Yeah.
I only have one die in study though, so.
No, well, me
That's
too.
fine.
That's why I wanted.
It's Seer who's going to be eating the stress for team action, so
Yeah.
that's fine.
I just figured I'd warn him before I end up rolling really badly.
Oh, yeah. I think the gentleman's disclaimer. Yeah.
Risky standard, you said, right?
Yes, the risky standard. I love the name risky standard.
So you at least got a 5.
Bam.
Oh
Oh,
wait,
no, you got a 6.
you got a 6.
You
Great.
got a 6.
Cool. So no stress necessary. Okay. Oh yeah. These guys are bringing. Ooh, you can certainly see that they are not just bringing tuxedos and gowns and that kind of stuff. They definitely are bringing armor. They're bringing. You see a bunch of like saber sheaths. I guess sheaths would be the better word I'm thinking of. It's like saber holders, sheaths, musical. You see people are bringing in like musical cases that are clearly like those are guns in there. That's not an instrument. Yeah, machine gun shaped instrument cases, that kind of stuff, right? You know what and you know that they're dead giveaways because they're like gangsters from Crow's Foot. And so they have that sort of like gangster walk, right? Like they think like they're tough. You know, they have that real tough look on them. So it's really hard for them to hide the fact that they're not that they're trying to be genteel. Does that make sense? So it's like
Who do we know in Crow's Foot?
I was gonna say Lysander, but
Yeah.
I thought we knew somebody else in Crow's Foot.
you actually do. I believe your vice is located in Crow's Foot. Your mask maker, your milliner.
Oh, are they in Crow's Foot?
Yes, I think so. Milliner, not Monier.
So is Crow's Foot the tough guy part? Like,
Yeah, like these are the people from Tenpenny Court. So like remember the slum places that he runs? Like these are sort of like his bruisers that he's bringing along with him. In addition to some of like other middling kind of gangster type people. His actual like friends, the people he would play poker with, kind of stuff.
yeah.
In addition to sort of like interspersed are some like tough looking guys, and the problem, and not the problem, the dead giveaway of the tough looking guys is they're tough looking, and they can't play the part of somebody dressing like going to a wedding, right?
Yeah.
They just can't. They just got that hard look to them, so it makes it really easy for you to spot them out.
Where are the bill hooks from?
The bill hooks are in 6 towers.
6 towers, okay.
Yeah. So Crowsfoot's the opposite side of the city for you guys.
Yeah. Oh, right. It's just right there on the map. I didn't even look.
Yeah.
Hmm.
I'll like lean over the veil and it's like, this is bad.
Yeah.
This is bad.
Like we have to get him alone because else it's never gonna happen.
How long does it take to go by train to the Imperial City?
It takes about like 5 days, 6 days.
Okay.
If there's no delays or ghosts on the lines.
Gotcha.
But no.
Hmm.
Yeah. I love Leviathan Hunters. I really hope the Leviathan Hunter playset comes out soon, because I really want to play that sort of like Deadliest Catch meets like Pacific Rim. Like that just seems awesome.
All right.
Anyways,
He doesn't trust us, so it's going to be difficult to get him alone.
Yep.
yeah. I mean, you don't go from the gutter to where he's at without having some sort of savvy.
Where he's at? He's a.
I mean, he's like middle manager. I don't know. I don't know. He's not a noble, but he's like, you know, he's a landowner.
Yeah.
It's what he does. He gets rent from people, and you know that he likes to spend time managing a theater. Like that's actually what he likes to do. Now he
Right.
considers himself cultured, right?
I am good for this scene where Seer has a worried look on his face as people
Totally.
walk the gangplank up.
Okay. Yeah. So you got a good read on everybody. So what's next, guys? What are you doing? How is your plan going to be? How do you unhatch your plan? Right.
Mhm.
Or hatch your plan. Execute your plan.
Execute is appropriate.
Let me look. I have access to trance powder. So we could use that in some way, or
Yeah. So my initial idea is, we're gonna be out in the waters. There's no blue coats. We can have like a really rowdy party and do all the drugs and get everyone wasted, and then hopefully enjoy the lessened security, sneak into his room and kill him and toss him overboard.
Okay.
On the most basic side, basic level of the plan.
Yeah.
But,
Okay. That's
like,
a good plan.
Seer likes his plan simple.
Yeah.
Like, we throw a party, it's a lot of distraction, it takes out a bunch of guards, and then we go for it. We have like one night to do it.
yeah.
Yep.
I definitely agree we should do it over the cover of night. We definitely need some kind of distraction, and I guess with these crow's foot thugs, we could probably get them to be inebriated more easily because they don't see, like, they're gangsters, they're gangbangers. They probably don't have a whole lot of restraint. They're probably into that sort of thing. So we could probably get them
Stereotype.
to get really drunk and rowdy, whatever.
Yeah.
Mhm.
That
My-
sounds perfect.
My concern, though, is making sure that the captain and his people aren't around as well. Just because... Oh, you're right, because it's always night.
Yeah.
Well,
That was stupid.
Okay.
But yeah, so my concern is more just with the captain and his crew, because the captain and Lysander seem to be at least friendly, if not friends.
Sure.
well,
And
I think that's where my plan to do a flashback to get the crew on our side, like, so we can be like, "Hey, crew, you wanna?"
Okay, yeah, so let's do that. So, while you're walking through the ship or whatever and stuff like that, you're like, yo, party tonight, blah, blah, blah. Yeah,
big
okay.
day.
Yeah. So you're not commanding. I think, would this be command? No, you're just trying to persuade them to come to the party, or be receptive to it, right? Or stay out of the party. What are you trying to do?
We're trying to get them to, like, party and get really drunk, so that way they are incapacitated and can't do anything when we kill Lysander.
It's a two-pronged plan. Get the people from Crow's Foot drunk, and get the crew of the ship to look the other way.
All right.
Okay.
So I'm down for tackling. We need to make sure we bring enough alcohol on the ship to get people drunk. Maybe Seer, this you could flashback and make some really potent stuff.
You can either try to make potent alcohol, or you can just spend like a coin to do it. And then that just means you bought it, right? And you're bringing it.
Yeah.
Right? That's an option. I'm giving you that option.
I think I would try to make it.
Okay. You're gonna make it in your freaking drug dumps.
No, it's not done, right? Like it's literally not done, so I can't do it there. So we'd have to go somewhere else.
How are you making alcohol in like a day?
Yeah, that's a problem.
This would probably be like a tinker. Like this. No, like you could like just you're gonna have to use some kind of like agent to like speed up the process, right?
Yeah.
Can we just spend a coin on this?
I mean, it doesn't have to be real alcohol, too. It just has to be some sort of drink that induces some kind of incapacitating effect.
We just get some apple juice and put like isopropyl alcohol in it. I think we can spend a coin on, which would make more sense because we want it to not be complete dog shit. Because then people might not participate, right?
Okay, I'm just concerned that if this goes the way all of our plans tend to go, and we come out like licking our wounds, and then Dira comes and is like, "Hey, I rolled a 4 because Eric rolls really high. Where's my money?" And we don't have it.
Well, we should also be getting. We'll probably be getting money or something out of this.
I'm just saying, it could go really, really badly.
Okay.
But, I mean, whatever you guys want to do, I'm for it. I gotta be the voice of reason here.
Yeah. Well,
Mallory Archer special, tang and rubbing alcohol.
Right?
So, alright. Since it's just really for one night and for a crew of just Teddy's guys, could we get, like, fine alcohol for a coin?
Yeah, that makes sense. You're getting alcohol for like 30 to 50 people.
Yeah. But like nice stuff, right?
Yeah.
Like fine, like
yeah, that's why it costs a coin.
Yeah.
Right?
Alright. Alright. I think we should do it. I think it will help us.
Yeah, that makes perfect sense.
Let's do it then.
By the way, where do you buy the alcohol from? Do you care? Do you like just buy something from the docks?
I know a tavern owner. I could get her to. I know Clyra, so she could probably supply us.
Okay, sure, no problem. I'm just wondering.
So it's a flashback to Seer. His suitcase is like clinking as he comes in his cabin with his hammock, and he opens it, and it's just bottles and like a pair of underwear on top of it.
That's how you travel. That's how you travel in style. Okay. Cool. So, if no one else wants to do anything, we're just going to cut to the party.
Yeah.
Right? Cool. I'm gonna need a fortune roll for how things are going. I mean,
I'll take a coin off our.
reduce your coin value by 1, and give me a 3d6 engagement. Or a fortune, I guess. I mean, that's the same thing. Just kind of give my... let me have a sort of, like... I'm letting the game decide the level of how the party's going.
3 days?
Can we do anything to modify that before she rolls it?
Oh, totally.
No, you can't. I'm sorry.
No,
I'd
not
already
anymore. Yeah. Okay, a 4. Well, here's the cool thing about 4s.
Mixed results.
Mixed results, exactly. It's not a 3. So...
That's good.
So people showed up.
No, people showed up. It's going well. But speaking of showing up...
It's the vampire from last week.
Midway...
Fuck.
No, but you guys are cruising down the coast, even at this time. You guys are going probably the fastest you've been. It feels like you're going like a high speed rail. Like, you know, you guys are booking it on the water here. And so with a 4. Oh yeah. So I guess I'm going to add a complication here. Do they come from the sky or from the sea?
Oh no.
Oh my.
Yeah, I guess they're gonna be kind of like. Ooh, yeah. Nope, they're from the sky. So I guess a pack. I'm trying to think of the right term for a group of them, but drawn to the sounds, a gaggle. Yeah, it's a gaggle. A gaggle of drawn to the sounds of the raucous partying. Are these sort of like devilish gulls that kind of like come down, and the crew spots them, and like halfway through the party like starts like ringing like the alarms and stuff like that, and like you hear the captain being like, the hell, like these things are not supposed to be this close to the shore. And what's weird, a murder. It's a murder of gulls. A murder of devil gulls.
Like murder of crows.
Yeah.
Yes, of course.
Yeah, they're kind of like
Obvious.
Deathseeker crows, only these things are like... these are things that eat the things that grow on the back of leviathans that surface. So...
Uh-oh.
I think when they ring... Yeah, and I think like another crew member remarks here, they remark that like, oh, this might be revenge from the last time, eh, Chief? And I think we're gonna go to a break. And
No.
yeah. And when we come back, we're gonna deal with these devil gulls attacking your party.
Perfect.
So that's what happens when you're level 4, when you have a party on a boat. So it's literally boat party. The gang has a boat party.
As long as it doesn't turn into boat murdered, we're okay.
Yeah. All right, everybody. So we'll be back in 5 minutes, and when we come back, yeah, a screech. I like a screech. I don't know. I'll come up with an official one. I'll figure it out. All right. See you guys in 5 minutes, everybody.